Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Lewis here from hostsorter.com, and in today's video I'm going to be covering the topic of what is web hosting and pretty much what it means for people who are looking to create a website or if you're just generally curious about the topic. Also, if you stay tuned to this video, I'll be giving you my top recommended web host for beginners and also a discounted link so you can save big when you first start out making your first website. Okay, so what is web hosting? So one way I like to think about web hosting is like those old filing cabinets where we used to file away, and we still do file away, different types of information. And if we want to access those files, we simply open the filing cabinet and take those files away. So it's pretty much the same for web hosting. You're essentially taking those files and you're digitizing them and putting them online so people can access them via the internet. So that's a very simplified version of web hosting. So I'll go a bit more detail into it now, just so you can have a better understanding of how it works. So if you're looking to make a website, you're going to have files such as photos, posts and articles, pages, videos, maybe podcasts and audio files. And all of these online files have to be stored somewhere online. So when people access your website, say my website, for example, which is hostsorter.com, they need to be able to access those files from somewhere. And this is where web hosting and web hosting providers come into play. So when you sign up with a web hosting provider, you're essentially buying online storage that you can store your files online, and then you can host a website format like WordPress that allows you to build the website and share those files to the world. Also, when it comes to web hosting, there's various different types of web hosting categories that you can choose when you're first starting out. So one of the most used one is shared web hosting. So this is a very affordable option for those just starting out. And essentially what shared web hosting is that you're sharing the one server or computer with hundreds, or in some cases thousands, of other customers. So you still get the good quality of a well-built server, but you're keeping your costs down to low to a minimum, just because of the economies of scale. And another very popular type of web hosting is VPS hosting. And this essentially is the same thing, but instead of sharing with maybe hundreds or thousands of people, you're instead sharing with maybe 5 or 10 people, depending on the hosting provider that you choose. So this gives you a lot more space and room to move as far as traffic and storage is concerned. And thirdly, there is web hosting, which is called dedicated web hosting. And that is when you have the whole server to yourself. And this is generally reserved for larger websites that get in excess of millions of websites per month, as you'll need those server resources and storage to withstand that amount of traffic on a daily basis. So when it comes to web hosting, I personally use Bluehost for my shared web hosting plan, and I've built several websites with Bluehost, and they're a very affordable option to get started with. And I'll actually put a link down below in the description, and you can pretty much have a website up and running within 5 minutes. And that link down below is also a discounted link, so you'll get about half price off when you sign up with Bluehost. Also, some other very important factors to consider when picking a web hosting provider is such things as speed, uptime, customer support, storage, and of course price. So when you find a web host that have a good balance of all of these things, then that's a really good starting point to getting your website online and potentially making your own online business. So if you'd like to learn more about different types of hosting providers, I've actually made a really comprehensive comparison table which you can find online, and that's very easily done by searching for web hosting comparison followed by hostsorter.com. And this will bring up my post in the #1 position. And in here you can see my top 8 recommended web hosts, and also their specifications and what they offer for people that are just starting out, and also prices as well. So that's a really good starting point if you're unsure of what web host is good for your needs and budget. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment down below in the comment section, and I'll be happy to help you out. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.